Done.
You probably heard that click. Oh,
I did a fat click.
the more interesting I make this, the harder it is to line them up later.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Welcome to podcast 18.
18. Get
We're
a
doing them
few ground
basically
rules
back
out
to
of the
back at
way.
this point.
Yeah, man. Ground rules.
Ground rules.
What do you want? What do you think is top secret for our diddly D YouTube lands?
Top secret.
Top secret. What's top secret?
I don't know.
Like the ARG. We won't talk about here.
Yeah, that's top secret.
Yeah, mate. It's top secret. Is there anything
Easily
else that's top secret?
I don't think so.
Fuck's sake.
If you message me,
That's
I might be able to determine. I don't think there's anything top. If it was something that's coming out next year, which we haven't recorded anything for next year, that would be top secret. But
Yeah,
it's not top secret because we haven't. We're lazy as fuck at the moment because it's almost Christmas. You know.
Pretty much it. We're pretty much done for the year.
Yeah, we're finishing up to a certain extent. I guess what we're doing next year is sort of top secret for now. I would say.
It's not really top. We're kind of going to talk about it here. I mean,
we are going to get
no one listens to the podcast, so.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's sort of top secret, but yeah.
Yeah.
We can kind of like
top secret.
Hint at it and stuff.
Yeah. We uploading the podcast at 4 a.m. Australian Western Standard Time.
Yeah. Oh. I did for YouTube anyway.
I think I was doing that for a bit, but then for some reason I've done the last couple at 5 a.m.
I didn't notice you said that.
Fuck.
I guess excuse me, point that out.
It's alright. I forgive you.
Because I was like, well, it kind of works better for the eastern states. That's how I saw it for Australia.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's like
I forget we're in
nowhere. They'll get up at 7 and it's there. And for us, well, it's there at 4. That includes like daylight saving and stuff. So if it wasn't daylight saving.
Fuck daylight savings.
Yeah, fuck that shit. Some people love that shit, but
as a morning person, fuck daylight savings.
Yeah.
I really got to rule my life like that. Okay, so AIG is top secret, although remind me to talk to you about that later. I've had a good idea and I don't remember if you addressed it when I sent it to you in one of the many million messages.
I don't know if you even did send it to me. I thought I would have addressed it. Anyway, no, we'll talk about it later.
I'll address you.
Top secret. Everything about this podcast is top secret.
The toppest of secrets. The pinnacle of secrets.
Yeah.
So secret, we didn't even know what it is yet. We're going to keep it that way.
That's right.
But I think it's safe to talk about like broader channel structure and like how we're doing workflow. Workflow is the one that it's a nice bit of stuff for us to talk about because it is relevant to other people that may be doing the hobby channel podcast, but I know it's not like it's our secret formula that got us a bunch of success. We're still trying to fucking work this out, eh?
Like KFC.
The secret herbs and spices are human feces based on the podcast performance. 11 herbs and feces. That's Conternal's fiery crack.
Who knows? Someone might discover it one day and be like, damn, these 11 herbs are pretty good. Let's add 11 spices for that.
Why the fuck are the podcasts? I don't know what. I think Spotify hates us. It has to be.
I don't know. Like YouTube's a pretty hard algorithm to crack as well. Unless you cheat, which we have gotten. Actually, I will mention that because I don't think I've talked to you about that. Is there are some messages we've gotten or like comments on some of our podcast content. Saying that we should. Well, I'm pretty sure they're bot comments. Download a certain application that allows you to get extra views. It's called Promo SM, I'm pretty sure. And that's basically boost your channel views so that it ends up in a better cycle of the algorithm. More people would end up seeing it.
If that's in a YouTube comment.
Yeah, I did a little bit of research into it, so I was like, so that's what Promo SM means.
So it actually isn't just a fucking brick your computer virus that they get you to download.
No, they want you to download whatever software and probably put some form of malware on your computer, but at the same time, it benefits your your channel. So
gets you a hard line straight into Jeff Bezos's security system. You can fucking remote control your computer. It's like, what, you wanted to be popular, you fucks? Now you're permanently subscribed to Amazon Prime.
Yeah, it is Promo SM. I just clicked on one of the Binding of Isaac co-op video has it. So that's definitely a bot comment from what I've read on the internet. So yeah, with a grain of salt, but at the same time, that is a real thing. Yeah, I thought that was quite interesting.
Yeah.
So
yeah, maybe if we were gonna take it seriously and like wanted to make money from it, but I don't know. I'm still a little committed to just raw dogging the algorithm, which is going.
Oh, I agree. I'd rather earn it like off my back. Yeah.
Just going zero well for us, but 7 subscribers. Thought it was 5.
Nice.
When did that happen?
That would be from the last video, I'd say. The bald head. Well, not the last video, but the bald head drone reel, I would say.
Fucking fuck up the analytics on this one.
So not bad. I was like, oh cool, it's gone up a couple more. That's nice. Happy with that.
+1 subscriber. When did the other one come from then?
Not sure, but yeah, I had noticed it gone up. So, yeah, it's slow, but YouTube is gaining some traction, and you know,
looking at
all I can say is I'm happy with that.
Yeah, looking at the audience retention for that one, like enough people actually like stayed and watched it to the end. Average view duration a minute 17. That's so much longer than normal
for the drone reel.
Yeah.
No, that's good.
We got to find a new name for it. I don't know. No, I don't think we do. We just got to commit. You're
just not sure. You're like, in one aspect you don't like it, but in the other aspect, like, well, it's correct, but I just don't. Yeah.
It's just Instagram's fucking cornered the market on what the word real means. The kids these days expect 7 seconds with Subway Surfers spliced into half the screen so they don't have to.
Well, then what do you call a TikTok? Is that a reel or is it something else?
That's a TikTok.
Yeah, it's a TikTok.
Most people call it a TikTok.
Yeah. But that's just the platform, man. It's not
yeah,
really
but the people just call it a TikTok.
On YouTube, it's called a short. You know?
Yeah. So when you and I have conversations about shorts and reels, and I'm trying to talk about Instagram reel style stuff, and like the short reels, no, the reel shorts, and you're like, what? The drone reels? I'm like, no, the fucking reel. It's just fight.
Well, how long do videos go for on Instagram? Like, what's your max time? Is it 5 minutes or is it?
I don't know. I imagine it's only a minute or so. We could find out, but I don't think it's that important.
Fuck no.
Just that infinite scroll TikTok style stuff is it's its own advertising for your channel, but I think the channel content should be the most important part.
Going forward, yeah.
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 But it's not hard to just clip some bits and pieces and chuck it up on YouTube Shorts. Maybe even Instagram or Twitter.
Yeah, do you want to be responsible for that part?
No, not really. Let's iron out. Okay, there's much bigger fish to fry with the distribution of the workload before I agree to that. Goddamn, boy.
I have thought about like certain like clips, but I guess I'm a bit lazy on that. Like having like little clips, especially for the gaming content. I think it could be helpful.
Yeah.
But I just haven't done it. I was having clips from the footage, but
especially because the gaming content's quite.
Yeah. Can be quite entertaining and
and visually engaging is a huge thing.
But yeah, I just haven't gotten around to it. But with the drone reels, I've kind of had like I'll create a like minute video, so max out the short content just so I can showcase as much as possible. Like, well, if you like this, check out the full video, which can be up to 5 minutes long, sort of thing.
Yeah, I think I'd like to do some of that like short style content for
promotion.
Sorry, excuse me, I had to burp. For the nature content for the drone reel type stuff.
Yeah.
The actual Dugite Media channel. Just because it seems fun to do a little bit of editing and go, look, I'm an editor. Wow. But I'll deal with the podcast and also the background music, which is, I actually don't know how much of my week that's going to have to be to keep pace with the rate that we can film them and
produce them.
It theoretically isn't much, but could be more. I don't know, it depends.
Well, considering we are most likely top secret changing a few things next year, like around how we produce content.
Yeah.
We might be able to perhaps film things back to back sort of thing and release them in a little timeline sort of thing and announce them via promotion or like advertising, like through like YouTube community or Twitter or Instagram. If we ever go back to
I don't know if we need to do the advertising, manually advertise, because that just kind of seems... it feels like it's desperate, almost, whereas if we're just... I feel like if we can just let the content speak for itself and just focus on making visually engaging little shorts to go alongside it, so then if you like the short, you click on the channel and you go to the channel and you look at the other stuff. It's basically what it is, but if you're like, look it out, this is a clip of you might like it, people are going to be like, whatever.
My main thought was to have it as more of an announcement, like, this has come out this week. But obviously, we're still discussing how we want to do things for the future. Because at the moment...
We could always just do the fucking hit subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. But if you put it at the front of the video... Or you sort of have to, I guess, right? Like,
I've seen people who don't do it, but yeah, their content speaks for itself. So
yeah.
Don't
you dare take the Lord Mama Max's name in vain.
No, I have had a think about it. Like, there are people who like shill their stuff. Like, yeah, why don't you drop a like and subscribe? But then there's also people who don't even discuss it at all, and people will still subscribe and like and stuff anyway, or comment.
Yeah.
Like, it will still happen. It almost is padding the way I think about it. So, but yeah, like, we can, but it also doesn't really matter. Like, it's really like up to the producer's choice.
I don't think it needs to be our voice going, hey man, like and subscribe and hit that bell.
And it's like a pre-recording, so it's like just the start of every video every time. Yeah.
It's just in the most monotone, fucking suicidal voice.
Yeah.
Just like actively hearing a fucking trigger pull up against this guy's head, like, if you like and subscribe, please.
Yeah, so don't forget to like and subscribe every time. Like, it really helps the channel out, guys. Like, only like 1% of subscribers have subscribed. So yeah, please help us out.
I know there's a metal content guy who does something like that. Where he's like, did you know that, like, but for him it's nuts because music content tends to attract just casual viewers that don't necessarily stay. So he just opens every video with, hey, did you guys know that like 51% of you that watch this video aren't subscribed? Help me out. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. Come hang out. We do fun metal things. Yeah, like it's...
You know, that's the best.
Because it's character based.
Internet Historian, I reckon, did it the best. Like any promotions, like the Raid Shadow Legends promotion, or just...
Yeah, it was just funny.
Tier, dude. It was just funny because it was always unique. Yeah, it was good. It was excellent. It was like, yeah, you know what? This is funny. Like, this just adds like quality to the video.
Yeah, no, that's good fun.
Yes.
We don't have time to do that, I don't think.
No.
Also, we don't have sponsors.
And it doesn't always fit the type of video we're making.
I think a little like musical intro on a title card couldn't hurt. I like what we're doing so far, but
yes, I think we could improve that. Yes.
Yeah. I got nothing on me now as far as ideas, but yeah.
There's definitely something I think we can develop, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's mostly, well, the way I thought of it when I developed it was more for like the professional side of the content, like drone reels, to really showcase the skill of editing and music overlay and how that fits with the footage showing and their order and whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Mm.
I definitely think the podcast can, just looking at the channel content for Dugite Media, the podcast can get the fuck out of there. Thumbnail, just as on a thumbnail basis alone. I like the podcast thumbnail, but doesn't really fit in with the like overall branding of the other stuff.
Oh, I never expected to keep it sort of thing. It was more just to not to be super generic, but like to just have something that pops a little bit. Like, just so you know, like, oh, it's got a semi-professional look sort of thing, which is kind of what we go for because we're not perfect, so we're semi-professional.
Well, speak for yourself, but I do nothing poorly. Not even once ever.
But also, you don't do much at all.
That is correct.
Ooh, at least for this year. So,
hey, once I've done a lot
of salt there.
Fucking many hours learning an instrument. Now we could have just used stock music, but where's the fucking fun in that? And I think it'll contribute to the drone reels overall to have like customizable vibes.
I totally agree. I think it would help.
It just means that I haven't been able to do fucking shit because been constantly practicing, looking at gear, trying to get different sounds, fucking learning things,
trying to get good,
finding out what I like, finding out what I don't like. Yeah, spending a lot of money, like just been flat out wasting time, not editing anything. But I think it will all come together. I think it'll have been worth a while.
Yes.
In the end,
I still think we've gained many skills and learned a few things about how algorithms work over this year. So
yeah.
I think we can apply that next year and see how we go. I don't really see any issue with that.
Like the fact that Spotify fucking hates us. Dude, we haven't had an actual podcast play, because it's not a view, since late September.
Yeah, right.
Sorry, no, since
episode 14, 13, something like that.
So podcast 12 got 2 plays, and we have had 0 since then.
Yeah, right.
But I haven't been doing the extras or shorts or anything, just the main ones. But the shorts never did good anyway. For a while there
on YouTube.
Yeah. I just haven't performed.
We don't have much of a Twitter audience either, but that's a lot of the promotion that goes on there. And like other stuff as well. So it mostly feeds the YouTube algorithm, if at all. But YouTube is kind of carrying itself. Well, at least our YouTube channel is for now.
Yeah. So interesting. The 2 Spotify episodes were 1 and 5. 1 was just, it's number 1, so if people are going to look, that's where they'll start, I guess. But also, they shouldn't. Just, that one was fucking tough of a podcast. We're much better at it now.
We got to start somewhere.
Yeah, you do got to start somewhere.
Yeah, you can't really.
Can only go up.
Yeah, that's right. It's like, well, if that's
could have been so much worse too. Like, it wasn't bad. It's just not what we wanted it to be.
No.
But yeah, number 5, which had analog horror in the title, that got 4 plays as well.
That's good.
See the analytics view. Somebody actually fucking listened to it for a whole 50 minutes.
Cool.
Yeah, that's wild. Nice big gap there for me to deal with later. Consumption hours, Spotify only 2 hours. Of the 2 people in this episode's audience. Oh, so that's plays all platforms. Huh. So it's only had 2 views on Spotify. What are the other platforms counts?
There was 7.
I mean, I set them up,
YouTube
but
for the episode 5, that was our longest episode back then for a bit, and then we made episode 9 and 10, and they were longer. 9, 10, 11. Because most of our podcast episodes are about half an hour.
Yeah.
There were a couple that were basically double that length.
Yeah, I don't mind a little half an hour size. It's nice and digestible.
Mm.
Not only for us to do, but it means that we even if we don't touch everything we wanted to touch that episode, we never run over. We never run out of stuff to talk about. So we keep them wanting a little, which is good. Not that anyone's fucking listening to it, but that's all right. We have plans for that. Yeah. What else did I have on the list? Channel performance, podcast performance. Yeah, so I guess we'll have to divvy up the workload going forward. How do you think you've found it editing around a full-time job? How much of a workload, how many hours a week on average do you reckon that was for you?
Oh, on average. Well, it's probably shifted a bit recently because I used to do most of the podcasts and until we've streamlined it a bit better as of recently. It was a little bit, but I think it mostly falls around how motivated I feel, and most of the time I've been pretty motivated to make stuff. But I would probably say on average, as of like right now, it'd probably be an hour a week. It would have been. No, not an hour a week, an hour a day.
Oh, yeah, okay.
We'll go half an hour a day on stuff, on editing and stuff.
Yeah. It's like that's not, even though we're not getting great results yet, like we are working on, it's not actually taking a huge amount of time. Like that's about the amount of time I'd spend exercising in a week, or
yeah.
You could watch 30 minutes of Netflix a day, and you could just not watch 30 minutes of Netflix a day, and then you could be running your own like little media hobby thing and getting really creatively fulfilled and learning a skill, and like it's not that hard. I mean, it is that hard, but that's kind of the fun of it, right?
It really depends how much time you want to put into it. Like the drone reels I really thought about, especially like trying to mix it with the music. Like having certain cuts line up with beats in the music, I would definitely try. I might have mentioned that in the last podcast. As for the gaming, I kind of experimented a bit on how I wanted to do that. Like some videos were a lot more meme related.
Yeah, they did look fun though.
And then, like it was just, they've got various traction and some are longer than others. And I also think that some videos shouldn't be too long because not everyone's going to watch the full, 1 hour, 2 hours of content that you provide. So sometimes I think it's better to be shorter because people will watch the full thing. Like, it's only fucking 15 minutes, whatever. I got that much time to kill. And other times it could be a completion of just meme content, which other people seem to like. So
yeah. No, it's good.
Overall, we streamlined prep, so it's probably like I don't know, 2 or 3 hours a week on average for this year. Anyway.
Yeah.
There was a few times where I worked hard, but
there was a bit of a crunch.
Generally pretty interested in it. And the biggest crunch was probably some of the gaming content.
Yeah, that's a self-inflicted wound though.
Yeah, that's right. I was putting a lot of work into it. And I think there was one podcast where I also did that, which probably was episode 5 with the analog horror. You'd probably see if that was watched.
Yeah, the video version actually means something. Yeah.
There was a lot of work put into that content-wise to really showcase some things. Yeah.
Yeah. And now if we are going to put that sort of effort into something, it's going to be a video anyway, so.
Yeah.
Hit that YouTube algorithm that rewards us for our hard work. Surprised Dunsborough Bay, that reel, didn't do so well.
Nah, that's the first one. Nah, it didn't do super well.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Welly Dam got absolutely fucking slapped, boy.
It was good. Then the one after that didn't do super great either, but the one that we've just released isn't bad. So maybe it being not as a well-known play. Well, Bold Head isn't that well known either, but it's doing alright.
Yeah.
it's fluctuated a little bit. The gaming video's been a bit more consistent in terms of views, like with one another, 20 to 30. So it's not bad. This is just YouTube side of things. Obviously, your Spotify and the other platforms are mostly just the podcast related. So
yeah, it's not going to be that hard to continue the podcast at the look. I don't think it's a bad product. It's just not getting to people because we're not big yet, if that makes sense. Like the product of the podcast is getting an insight into us and our process, and if we're not actually gaining traction in other places, then yeah, people aren't going to want to see the inside scoop if they're not seeing the outside scoop.
Yep.
But yeah, the way forward for growth is definitely through YouTube.
Yeah, we've changed a few things here and there, like adding a few tags and maybe change up the titles slightly. Not to kind of cheat, but just to like optimize it a bit better.
Yeah.
Obviously, thumbnails are a big help as well. So we didn't really consider from the get. It wasn't something we considered from the get-go, that's for sure.
Yeah, Creators Studio is something I've not actually spent that much time in. A lot of little green arrows in there. That makes me happy. Plus 2 subscribers in the last 28 days. The last 28 days of views have been above the typical range. Like, is good.
Yes.
Leave that gap in while I just read about what impressions click-through rate is. Just tiny, but god damn this fucking desk. Making snap, crackle, and pop the fucking desk, mate.
Nice.
Yeah. Is there anything else you can think of for like stuff to talk about without getting into top secret nitty-gritty detail? I feel like the rest of this almost needs to be a meeting rather than a podcast.
Yeah, to an extent it probably would be.
Can finish out with a little fun story, then.
Yeah, hit us up with a good story, bro. Actually, haven't had a few of them in a while.
I did start with a good story, but we didn't record it, so I'm going to tell it again. Right, so my lovely fiance was mad at me because I didn't have Instagram on my phone because I found it too much of a time sink and attention vortex, basically. It's like, I keep sending you funny reels. And actually I shouldn't mean, I keep sending you funny reels and you never see them, and I don't like that. I'm like, all right, I'll reinstall Instagram so I can see the reels that you sent. Like, pretty funny reels, couple stuff, gross, coupley, haha, look, that's us, relatable stuff, which is good. I'm like, yeah, those are funny. And then inevitably, like a couple hours later, I'm like, I'll just scroll some reels, do some market research, see what's popular at the moment. Which was a fatal mistake because it just immediately filled my eyes with whores, just like barely concealed, and sometimes just straight up not concealed, nipples, flaps, like the whole woman just on right in your face all the time. It's aggressive in there, dude. It's aggressive in that algorithm. Yeah. They're like, oh, you have Y chromosome? You won't help but linger on this. And so then we
like
give
titties?
you a million more of them. Yeah.
Do you want to subscribe to their OnlyFans? Yeah, they have that here too.
Yeah. No, I don't.
No.
But the only thing that can pull me out of the whore spiral, right, is occasionally to just chuck in a video of some horrific industrial accident, like a pile of bricks collapsing onto a person, people getting hit by cars on motorcycles, full on enchilada. And I made sure that every single one of those I saw I sent to a friend. So very quickly, the Instagram algorithm was like, you like seeing horrific accidents. Are you a Tom Segura fan? I am, but there's only so many times you can watch somebody arm wrestling their girlfriend and then their girlfriend's arm break during the art. You can only see that once before you. Yeah, dude, it's tough. It's tough out there.
That was part of the algorithm. Jeez.
Dude,
that's a bit wild.
Not YouTube, sorry. Instagram is fucking nuts at the moment.
I know TikTok's pretty nuts as well. if you get down the wrong rabbit hole. Like, it's just like, oh, do you want to see all these death videos that we just happen to have on here?
So many death videos. Just like, I saw one where they'd cut like
or
somewhere
cartel related. It's like, oh fuck.
Somewhere in Eastern Europe, they'd cut like a hole in an icy lake or something, but obviously the water was flowing and they didn't realize. So like the mum of the families jumped in for like a cold plunge and then just gone schlunk, disappeared down the stream under the ice, which is like fucking foot thick.
That's not good.
And like grandpa's going to try and get her, like infant, like toddlers are screaming, and then just the reel ends and you're like, oh, I'm not gonna get the taste of that out of my mouth for a while. Fuck.
On a lighter-hearted topic though, did you happen to see the MotoGP finale?
No, I didn't.
Pretty good.
Was it spicy?
Yeah, there was a fair few accidents actually. I was like, whoa, like, yeah, because I was just thinking of, like, as you were saying, like people getting run over and shit going astray, especially on the road and stuff. Yeah, actually pretty good. It's like, fuck, that was an actual finale for MotoGP. Pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Actually worth a watch when you get a spare minute.
Yeah.
Get around to that.
I should definitely do that.
Yeah. I was like, fuck, there's some wild shit that happened in that. Yeah.
I'd love to get into the F1 and the MotoGP and stuff like that. I just don't have the attention span to sit still that long. It's like watching the race. The MotoGP is shorter, but even then, I'll like get a couple laps in and I'm like, okay, I've got a YouTube video to go and worry about, or there's other stuff to do.
It's probably good that it's shorter, but I think it means more when you've been the one on the bike, like racing sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like you relate to it more because a lot of the people I know that watch have, been on a bike, been in similar situation, not as fast as they go. They're professionals, obviously. But that's why they're entertained by it because, they're putting their body on the line. So.
Yeah, my wallet is so glad I never got into track racing. There's still time. I'm one breakup away. I'm one bad breakup away from racing motorcycles on a track, dude.
I'm sure you'll love it, but your body probably won't.
Yeah. Just one bingle and it's going to fucking hurt forever.
Yes. You're like, oh shit, this is broken. That's going to hurt the rest of your life.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying playing the guitar, musical instruments. It's made me more aware of how easy it is to break fingers. So like I've broken a toe recently and also toe 2 years ago now, and then fractured a finger, like the end of my index finger. Would have been 6 months ago now, something like that. Yeah, but like they're just so small and delicate and right at the edges of things. They're the easiest parts of your body to get caught and shit, and they're the most important to not break because you can't like do anything. You can't use your hands, like.
Kind of important shit.
And especially because like guitar playing is such fine motor control and finesse and muscle memory and all that. I really don't want to break any fucking fingers or a wrist or anything. Even a shoulder would be bad. Like, I just don't want to break anything. It'd take too much time away from the thing I love.
Yeah.
Did we just get another view while I'm watching this fucking view summary? God damn. That makes me feel good.
You're just smoking.
Well, I've clicked on a video earlier.
It's all your fault.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's enough for today, good sir. And we'll come back tomorrow and do the next one because we're fucking trying to get ahead for that. Nah. Well, next week at least, for sure.
And there's the dip. Oh.
Anyway. All right, people. Thank you for listening to podcast number
18.
What was it? 18. 18.
Oh,
I knew that.
You had to say that. Oh shit!
It's only my baby. We're not cutting fucking shit,
18,
dude.
19, 20. What? Anyway, thanks for watching.
All right. Thank you for listening.
Yes. See ya.